Hello, beautiful. Welcome to Returning to Light with Julia Treat. That's me, your host from juliatreat.com. Welcome to those of you who are new to my podcast. I am blessed to have your energy pop through. I hope that what I have to share today will help you on your own journey in this thing called life. I've been seeing so many people posting videos, saying, we're in a massive timeline shift. And I was sitting there going, you know what? Maybe years ago I might have used that term. Maybe I said it. Maybe I believed it. But now things have kind of changed with me. I've really been leaning into, when did we ever stop asking for proof? Or did we ever ask for proof of something? We're in this massive timeline shift. Oh, well, how do you know? Show me your proof of that. Show me. There's so many things, right, that we dove into those rabbit holes thinking, oh, this is finally the truth, only to find out, dang it, we just got our heart broken again, right? Damn it, that's not true. I don't think that's true anymore. Now I'm going to go here. And okay, well, this person sounds like something I would want to hear. So it kind of turns that, it makes us start believing the people that are spreading hopium. And I'm not like a dream dasher, okay? But I think you really have to start using discernment of what you're hearing, and people are just spouting shit out of their mouth now. So many people, we're in a timeline shift. Can't you feel it? Well, I feel a lot lately. I don't know that means a timeline shift. Like, what does that feel like? Please enlighten me. I'm now really leaning into prove it to me. Okay, so I had someone reach out, a long time ago, actually. I had a whole group of people that pretty much attacked me when I was at the lowest of the low of the low, where I could be. Losing my brother, going through the whole convid, and then losing my younger brother and my dad. And then this group came after me and saying, you aren't even connecting with departed souls. You're connecting with demons and things that just talk to you. And so it really did. It stung a little. I just started questioning myself. And then, coming full circle, we're in this place, right? We're on our journey, and every one of us has a different journey. It looks different. Each of us is doing our own thing, what we're here to do. And when I finally came to my senses, I was like, all right, why did I believe them? Because they had no proof. They didn't show me any proof that I wasn't talking to someone's son or someone's dad or someone's dog. But the person I'm doing the reading for is validating everything I'm telling them. Oh yeah, my dad used to, say that. He used to collect that, or whatever. We used to go here on trips, or whatever the kid. Yeah, I used to take my 2 ferrets in a baby buggy. That literally came through one time, and that was what she wanted to. That was what she was looking for, to connect with her ferrets. So I'm just throwing a little caution out there, because I still am thinking, man, I have continued down the trail, or the lane of seeking, truth, I guess, if you want to say truth, but also proof of that truth, right? Where'd you get that from? I need to see proof. Okay. And something popped in my head today. A little girl that I know, or that I used to talk to regularly, she used to love to draw rainbows, which I'm all about rainbows, believe me. I love rainbows. And one of the pictures that she drew had a unicorn in it. And I said, oh my gosh, I just love it. It's so, it's a beautiful picture. And she said, just because we can't see it doesn't mean that it's not there. Like, just because we haven't seen one doesn't mean they don't exist. Now, I actually do believe in that. I believe there's a lot of things that we actually can't see that may exist. But then today I was thinking, but there's so much that we can see with our physical eyes that actually I don't believe is real. And if you're in tune with where I am on my journey, that might click with you, right? It's this mirage or facade that's always put in front of us on the TV or movies, and all the things that we think is true because our physical eyes can see it. And I think that's where I really am just having so much gratitude for tapping into that, my intuition and my third eye, the eye that doesn't see the physical, right? It sees the, I don't know, I'm just going to use the word spiritual, although I think that word is thrown around way too much as well. So I've just really been, just show me the proof. You know, I need to see things. I need to, not with my physical eyes, I need to understand, where did you get this information? Well, I got it downloaded from some something, something, something. I don't know. I mean, I used to believe in that stuff. I don't know now. I just don't know. I'm not trying to sway you in any way. I'm just saying that's where I'm at. Okay, I need proof of whatever it is that you're trying to tell me is happening. Med beds, heck if I know. I mean, I've never seen one. I've never talked to anyone personally that's been in one. I don't know. I don't know if they exist. I don't know if we're going to ever have them. Okay, and someone asked me. It's funny because I was looking all these videos coming across. We're in a massive timeline shift. Can you feel it? And then swear someone reaches out and sends me a message and says, "Hey, Julia, is this, I'm feeling funky. Is this the timeline shift everyone's talking about?" And I'm like, "Well, heck if I know." I said, "I have no clue." Okay, because I thought years ago I was going through a timeline shift, and nothing really changed other than things got really, really wackadoodle in the world. So I just want to pose that, when did we stop asking for proof? Okay, people are talking about, we're going to come back to our abilities of being able to levitate, well, where's your proof that we could? I don't know, right? I mean, here's one thing I do believe, is that we could want to believe something so much that we will just take someone's word for it that says, hey, this is happening or this is going to happen. And so we will put the blinders on. We will stop our, something I've realized with people who are kind of in the spiritual experience, having, spiritual communities, they have let go of all logic. And maybe I did. I don't know. So I'm probably rambling here, but as I was coming full circle into, wait, I have abilities, okay? And how am I going to let a group of dipshits who don't even know anything about me, probably never had a reading with me, tell me that I'm talking to something that isn't real, that is not that person's loved one or pet? And then I started thinking back to my book that I wrote, Stepping into the Light, and the story about Sam, the horse that was dying, and how I went out with a group of teens that I was, teaching healing energy to, and he did a complete turnaround in just weeks, from emaciated and dying to coming back into full muscular form as a racehorse. That's what he used to be. Not a racehorse, I guess. I don't know if he was a racehorse, but he did competitions. So I don't know if it was racing or over fences or barrel racing, but... And I said, man, how did I let those fuckers... Excuse me, I've been saying that word a lot lately because it's needed these days for a lot of things. How do I let these fuckers make me question who I am or what my abilities are? I mean, it's just... So maybe that's where you are on your journey. Maybe you're questioning yourself or things, or maybe you need to start questioning the people that you're listening to or watching, and it's giving you this hopium of, why hasn't it happened yet, right? Oh, just keep holding, it's coming, hope, hold the faith, pray, do all that, and it's nil. It's not here. What if everything around you, every single thing that you've learned or you thought you knew or that you believe now or that you don't believe at all, what if everything was just to help you come back to yourself, your connection to source, to universe, not your connection to universe and the entire collective, okay? That is where things are getting fucked up. Because you're going to start believing what others believe. You're going to start being like others are. You're going to start thinking you're doing something wrong and they know the way better, okay? Everything I believe, how do I even give proof of this? I don't know. It's just because I feel like I've come full circle to this, completely connected to source. Everything else can just F off. I don't even want to hear it. So now today, when these videos came through, we're in a massive timeline shift, and they've got tons of clicks and all the watches, and I'm thinking, I'm just sitting there laughing, going, man, I used to frickin' probably buy into that somehow. And I just laughed because this person was saying it 6, 7 years ago. You go back in their videos, maybe they're new to the scene. Go back 2 or 3 videos. They're probably saying, hey, we're in a timeline shift today, this week, this month. Crazy. So it's just, we've got to start having some logic to things. I know we can get to this airy-fairy state, and that I think is a big disaster. A big disaster. It's staying present, being aware, understanding everything that you're watching, and how is this making me feel, and what is it trying to make me believe? Right? Everything that's coming across your feed right now in your life, whether your social media feed, your television, anything, it is trying to sway you about something. And so when we start using our discernment and going, aha, I see what this is. I see what's going on here. Yeah, I got it. I know what they're trying to make me feel or believe, because they are definitely tapping into our feelings, right? That's how they rein us in, by the feelings. And you got to admit, it is all negative and chaos and yuck that's coming across feeds, whether it's what's happening around the world, what's happening to people, what's happening to animals. And our nervous system is just being shocked all throughout the day. Okay? And mine was really getting shocked. And I was just, if I saw one more picture of an animal that was devastating, like I was just it just tears my heart out. And lo and behold, I did make the announcement that I was leaving Facebook, and I swear I did. I swear I went through the steps. Closing your account, yes. Verify that you want it closed, yes. Okay, all the steps. And I'm off Facebook, right? I'm like, oh man, within 2 days, maybe one day I could tell I felt different, like better. A couple days, I was telling Michael, I said, man, I just feel really good now. I can't believe how much anxiety I had from that fucking Facebook. And I don't remember when that was. If it was a month ago or 2 months, I don't even know. But I got this notification on my phone a couple days ago. And it said, here's your verification code to log into Facebook. And I'm like, what the heck? Is this a scam or spam? Or all I did was hit the Facebook icon and signed in. I just put, my email to sign in. My account is frickin' there. It never went away. So I know the importance of asking questions, right? Well, what is this about? Why? I was banned supposedly for life. I couldn't get on, and now they won't let me leave, right? But I don't think it's them. I believe it's the universal energies saying, hey, you took a break. You got to know what it felt like to not be a part of this for a while. Maybe you can still use this platform to reach people, but maybe you just remember how good it feels to be away from all of the posts, like seeing the things. So you post something, you hop off, right? See, I'm always getting lessons too. I'm getting lessons all the time. I want to talk about Wave Watch, okay? Because I promoted Wave Watch, and I'm gonna share it. Okay, I do believe it helps. It does work. If I had a migraine, I could put it on a setting for the migraine, and it would go away. If I had a backache, I could put it on back support. My back would feel better. I only use it right now. I've only been using it for metal support, and that's just to help get any heavy metals out of my body. And I wanted to address this because I want to make sure if I'm promoting anything that I've got to believe in what I'm promoting, right? I just have to believe in it. And the founder of Wave Watch, Linda, she just passed away recently of stage 4 cancer. And when I saw that she had stage 4 cancer, and they were kind of announcing that we've done everything we can, and it's just time, we're just gonna be with her whenever her day comes, that she takes her last breath. So I reached out to her team, and I said, please, I understand what you're going through. I get it. I know people that have been in this place, And I said, I really, really think ASEA could help her. Even at stage 4 inoperable, I'm telling you, I've heard so many testimonials of people that had stage 4 inoperable. Nothing you can do, go put your affairs in order, say goodbye to your loved ones. They got on ASEA and they have no cancer now. So I did send it, I was talking to the team over the phone, and the team member, she said, they really have tried everything. I said, well, no, they haven't, because they haven't tried ASEA, so they haven't tried everything yet. I always feel it's my obligation, right? Even to try to reach the founder of Wave Watch, right? Another natural kind of healing modality. I never did hear from anyone. They did not opt in, I guess, and she did pass. But then what I started thinking was, okay, it did not cure her cancer. Okay? So then I started thinking, does this take care of the symptoms but not the underlying problem? Okay? I'm telling you, it does help. I do feel better. My mom uses hers for metal detox. She feels better when she needs it. But is it getting to the underlying problem, which is what ASEA does? ASEA helps your body get to the underlying problem and get rid of the underlying problem so that everything else goes away. And so I did want to share that because I know some people have purchased the Wave Watch, and I hope that you are, getting things out of it that are helping you. But I do want you to be aware that Linda's story made me come to the conclusion that it does not get to the underlying problems. Or else she'd still be here with us. This is not I'm not trying to talk bad about anything. I'm trying to be completely, honest and transparent. So, just wanted to share that. All right, I am going to pull a card. Let's see what the Sacred Rebel deck has to tell us today, as that topic about, when did we stop asking for proof? And are we in a massive timeline shift? I don't know. Anybody can say anything anymore, right? And people just go, oh my God, yes, because they just want they want to hope for that. Like, oh, thank God. We're in a timeline shift. It's all just going to change. Just this curtain it's going to come and cut in half the whole timeline. And then I'm going to be on the side that's like, woo, nothing bad here happens here. Like I'm in this heavenly state. And then the poor people on the other side. No, I don't believe that's at all what's going to happen. We're all going through our experience individually. All right. And by the way, if you are feeling great and thriving and excited about life and everyone around you or most people around you aren't, do not feel guilty for that. Okay. I was speaking with someone earlier, I think last week. And I said, you have to be number one right now. You have to be before anyone else right now. Because you are the light worker here. And you have to be at your optimum functioning of energetic love. Okay? Which I'm not just saying, hey, I love everyone. No, you love yourself. You are giving your body whatever it needs to thrive. You are feeling fantastic. You are allowing yourself to receive. And then you take care of someone else if that is what is needed to happen. Okay? You have to be number one right now. Oh, okay. So 2 cards came out. Interesting, right? When I was shuffling while I'm rambling. So the first card that came out was Against the Grain. Of course. That's my life story, always against the grain. Not against the flow of the universe, right? Because I feel mainstream everything goes against the flow. It's teaching us to go against the flow. So being against the grain, against all of that chaos and friction, right, and struggle, I am in the flow. I'm in the flow of the universe. That doesn't mean, it just reminds me of someone else that I know that passed recently. I won't mention any names, but she was an influencer on Instagram. And I remember when the COVID shots came out, and I'm just sitting there going, God, that's why I got banned from Facebook, because I was trying to tell people, like, please, God, please look into this before you put that shit in your body or your child's body, please. And, I remember something she pinged in my head. I had not looked at her page on Instagram for a very long time, years. And I went and looked, and she had her COVID shot paperwork saying she got it, and she was celebrating. And I just, again, my heart sunk a little bit. But she would always say, hey, I trust the universe. I trust the universe. But then she would do the shit, that I think the universe would probably say, don't do that shit. We can't just trust the universe, okay? It's about us. We are responsible for our decisions that we make, even about ourselves, all right? So the first one is against the grain. I just explained it. I don't even think we need to read the message. Just against the grain. That's where you belong, Julia, right? I'm just here right now. That's what they're telling me. And maybe that's what you need to hear, so you keep going. You keep going against the grain. Doesn't mean we can't have friends and family and have a happy life. We're just against the grain. The second card that came out is free from judgment, free to love. It's number 39. By the way, against the grain was number 4, because I know sometimes these numbers mean things to people. And free from judgment, free to love you. That card is 39. In fact, we're going to read that message. I just talked about this, right? Going against the grain, when do we stop asking for proof? And against the grain, there's the message, the follow-up. I said it's time for you to be number 1 and not feel bad about it. Then the card pops out, free from judgment, free to love. Here is your message. Or my message too. Imagine a world so infused with bliss, love, and wonder that you naturally and always feel as safe as a nourished, cherished baby in the arms of the universal mother. Life mothers us with kindness, and sometimes when we need it, also through challenges, so that we will grow. Accepting this mothering in its gentle and fierce phases can be difficult at times. Yet there are those brave enough in spirit to go forth onto their life path with absolute trust in the universal mother. Some are even part of her plan to help mother others so that they too can surrender fear and live more freely. This oracle comes with a message for you. You are learning about mothering and being mothered. You might not do this in a typical way. It might be through bearing children, but it could also be through adopting children, raising children, or otherwise taking care of children and loving them as if they were your own. You might also be learning how to mother on a rather different scale, working with groups, communities, causes, or purposes that need your devotion, your energy, your belief in their value, and your willingness to be the wild tigress or the supportive shoulder to lean upon in order to bring those worthwhile groups to life. You may also be an aspect of the universal mother on a spiritual level. Some people that do this are male, some are female. Some have children and some do not. Some are healers and some work in seemingly more ordinary professions. They have a mothering aspect in common and they love and respect life. They believe in life, are moved by compassion, and are genuinely encouraging and respectful of people. Rather than taking perverse delight when someone stumbles, they want to help. They are ordinary people with an extraordinary natural tendency to nurture life around them. This oracle brings you confirmation that you are amongst the Universal Mother's special clan of nurturing spirits that help to honor life on this planet. You are also being asked to open up to receive more nurturing. You can do this for yourself. You can also choose to open up and allow others to nurture you. And I do want to say that's where it really made sense to me that it is time for you to be number 1. Okay, all of us have sacrificed for others. And the way, what I have been experiencing lately is that I have to be number 1. I have to have the things that I need in place before I do anything else. That means lots of laughter, having fun and supportive people around me, going on motorcycle rides with Michael, which we do at least 2 to 4 times a week now, moving my body, which I had pretty much neglected, right? So I'm back to my hot yoga. I am feeling fantastic, but I had to put myself number 1. before anyone else. And this might be the first time that I've done it in my life, to be honest. So if I can do it, you can too. Okay, so there's a little bit more to this message. It was saying you can also choose to open up and allow others to nurture you. It might make you feel a little vulnerable at first, especially if you're not used to doing this. But you don't have to worry. You will get used to valuing yourself enough to know that needing love and affection from another is an opportunity, not only for you to receive, but for someone else to give, which involves them being received too. If you are tired and have been taking care of everyone else, then take some time to shift the pattern and allow life to support you too. The Universal Mother helps the helpers so that you can keep on helping. It works rather well, you see, for those that give so much to also receive abundantly. If you have been asking life for a solution to a specific difficulty you've been having, this oracle comes with the message that a solution is in gestation right now. The situation is already being sorted out and the resolution will come to fruition very soon. Hold tight and wait for the imminent birth of that resolution. This is also a confirmation. If you are interested in working with children, the inner child, with art therapy for emotional healing, or any sort of uninhibited creative expression that helps dislodge social conditioning and open one up to more spontaneous, feeling-based existence, then yes, go ahead and do it. The Universal Mother is supporting you, and you cannot get a more powerful ally. This oracle also brings you a message about love. You may find that you are loving or soon will love in a different way. You may worry about this love, given that it defies what you have known or been taught about love. Perhaps you are becoming able to love one another. Perhaps you are able to love another tremendously, even though you don't have much of a personal relationship with them. You might question if this love is real. It is real. It is just happening at a different level to the love and attachment you experience when you're involved in a personal relationship with someone. It is not more or less. It is just a different facet of love. It may be that you are opening up to love the planet and her creatures, including the animals, the ocean-dwelling life, your own body, the trees, and so on, more than before. You may feel passionately purposeful about giving your time and energy to causes that protect and nurture the earth and her creatures. You are affirmed in this love too. The Universal Mother is opening through you to nurture life. She will support you in your work so that you can continue to come from love and not become drained, depleted, or lost in despair or fear of futility. Instead, you will be energized and expanded by your dedicated service to life. Finally, this oracle has a message for those who may be feeling alone or lonely and in need of greater nurturing from others. You are asked to stop, relax, center, and settle into your body to feel your connection with life itself. The air in your lungs is the same air that moves the trees. The water in your blood is the same water that fills the oceans and is moved by the phases of the moon. The flesh of your body is the same substance as the body of the earth itself. The heat in your digestive system is the same fire and heat as that from the sun. Feel this connection, then do something nice for another without agenda. Make a donation, even just a small one. Smile, say a prayer, snout a good thought, or make a wish for another. That's it. You have connected to life again, and in doing so, life can connect with you. And so it shall. I think that was an amazing message, validating everything that I've been receiving for myself and what has been coming through for many clients during readings. I wanted to add real quick that I don't want my message today to be taken out of perspective. Just because I have not had an experience, say, I don't know, some people say they've been abducted by aliens. Just because I've never had that experience does not mean that is not true. That's not what my message was about today, okay? Some people say they've experienced Bigfoot. I have not, But I do know people personally who have. Does that mean it's not true because I didn't? No. That's their truth. We are all here on our own journey, have your own experiences. And so I think instead of always reacting, or there's different ways you could look at this. Instead of reacting and saying that's bullshit because I never encountered that, I've never seen that, and I know everything, or taking on someone else's message as my own identity now, right? Like we're in a massive timeline shift, but yet I don't know if that's true. So I'm not taking that on as my truth just because I don't know if that's true. I'm open if that's true, but it's not my condition now, right? I hope that makes sense. Thanks for listening today. I will be posting soon. If you want to book a reading with me or past life regression, you can go to juliatreat.com. Everything is right there on my site. And I am still on Facebook now, and I'm just not on it that much. Scrolling, okay? What a godsend for me to get that message. You don't have to leave it all the time. You just have to sometimes back off. I'm just like, that's it. I'm out of here. Oh, God. I love it. I'm such a... Anyway, I'm funny. We all know this by now. I wish you the most beautiful and blessed day. Wherever you are in the world, I hope that you are finding that light within, all right? I am really, like I said, taking care of myself 100% right now. Not just... I'm really just eating whatever the hell I want to. I am not on any special diet right now. That's another thing that got really effed up out there. Everyone has something to say about all the food, which you guess what your brain is then telling your body. Doesn't matter what you eat, you're fucked. Okay? Stop listening to that shit and just eat. Listen to your body. It's going to tell you what it wants and what it needs. Okay? My body needs meat right now. My body's wanting meat. It's about what your mind is running your show, right? It's running your body. It's pulling in everything into your existence, your reality, your own reality. It's pulling everything in that you're sending out. You are, fear begets more fear. The more you fear, the more it's going to show up for you to fear, all right? Anxiety just pulls in more things to be anxious about. Anxiety is a waste of energy. So is fear. Get the connection with Source so that doesn't matter what happens. You are completely connected to universe. Yes, we're all going to leave this place someday. My goal is just to feel as good as I can for as long as I'm here. And I'm on a good track now. I'm doing some good things. I am steady with my ASEA daily. It is now shifting more things in my body. The most recent thing was, I just realized this. My father and my brother, they both passed. They did not pass because of spine issues, but they both had degenerative disc disease, severe. And even my brother at a very early age, like mid-30s. Well, I had a car accident. I had to go get x-rayed. I had the same thing. My brother had to get 5 titanium plates, or it's plates or discs or whatever, but he had 5 titanium, I'm going to say plates, but in his back. Now, I will say this. He was pain-free for the first time in 30 years, okay? He had PTSD from pain, but he was pain-free. And he would tell me, like, I don't even know what this means. It was just, he just went through so much. He did. But I had a realization lately. The more I learn about, watching testimonials and people being on ASEA, the longer you're on it, the more things that your body is correcting. And creating miracles in your body that you did not think possible. I mean, I am blown away with what's happening for people. And Mike had to get a new motorcycle because his old one was smaller and it was painful for me to ride on the back. It just got to be too much. And my back started really giving me problems. Like it was out constantly, which was my lower back, which was making my hips go out. Okay, so massive pain if you ever had that going on. And I'm riding a motorcycle, right? So I started having to ride with a TENS unit on my back, blasting my lower back the entire time we're riding to just calm it down. Well, this new miraculous thing has happened. I said, that's it. I have to get back to my hot yoga practice. I have my own room that I created in my house because I wasn't going to wear a damn mask at a hot yoga class. Forget that. Started moving my body again, and it hurt. I was in so much pain the first 2 days. I hurt everywhere, but I knew it's because I had neglected my body. It's been 2.5 weeks, something like that, and I am feeling fantastic. And here's the kicker. We're riding the motorcycle. Last week, we rode it 4 days last week. That's a lot. If you ride a motorcycle, 2 of the days were all day long. The other 2 days was a few hours. And I did not have to wear a TENS unit, and I did not have to take, I wasn't in discomfort, nothing. I wasn't in any pain. And I told Mike on Thursday night, we went out with some friends on the motorcycles, and I said, I don't even have to wear a TENS unit anymore. And I said, it's the yoga, but I know it's the ASEA's doing something, and no, I have not had an x-ray done, but I only envision my spine healing, even the bone. Everything's healing. I'm giving it what it needs, and it's going to do the work. I'm giving it the ASEA, and I'm moving my body, and it's going to do the work. For a while there, when I was in so much pain, a few years ago, my mind went elsewhere. Oh shit, what if I end up like my brother, and I have to have these titanium plates put in my back? And I caught myself immediately. So, the power of the mind, right? I'm focused again. I'm focused on me. Well, maybe for the first time in my life, totally focused on me. I'm going to be that grandma. I have 6 grandkids. I'm going to be that grandma that can do anything with them. Nothing's going to hold me back. We're going to ride every ride at the amusement park. Nothing. I'm going to be fit. I'm not talking about skinny. I'm just going to be fit. I'm going to feel good. They're not going to have some granny that can't keep up. I just made that decision like this past summer. So, okay, I'm done rambling now, guys. If you want to book a reading with me, I'm doing individual. You can do couples readings. We can do small family, whatever the case may be. It's juliatreat.com. If you want to get the ASEA, try it out. I will coach you through it. I text people. They can text me. I do coach you through the whole process because it is all about dosage and duration. Are you taking enough? Have you been on it long enough? Okay? Sometimes people experience things the first couple days, the first week. Sometimes it takes a few weeks. So you can go to ASEA Global. That's ASEA global.com/Julia Treat. Check out the products. You can hit the contact me button, and I will get back to you pronto and help you order or help you figure out what you need. Just give me a holler. All right. The light in me sees the light in you, and it is divine.